When my life-saving medication got delayed, I assumed it was just a shipping hiccup, until I saw the neighbor's security cam footage. There she was, Karen, the self-declared queen of the cul-de-sac, hurling my packages over my fence like they were trash. What she didn't know? One of those boxes held emergency medication for my autoimmune condition. And when the cops found out what was inside, let's just say she didn't get a warning. She got arrested, right on her precious front lawn. It all started on a quiet Tuesday afternoon, the kind where nothing seems urgent, but everything feels off. I'd been waiting on a medical shipment for 2 days. Normally, my immunotherapy injections arrive with a signature requirement and a tracking number that updates like clockwork. But this time, nothing. No knock, no box at the door, no delivery confirmation. And for someone with an autoimmune disorder that reacts badly to environmental allergens and triggers, missing even one dose could land me in the ER. I checked the app. Delivered at 2:13 p.m., left at door. I opened the Ring camera. Nothing. That's when the dread crept in. I called UPS. Package delivered, the rep repeated. I insisted. I was home, no knock, no footage. Then it hit me. Karen. Meet Karen. Karen lived 3 doors down. She had platinum blonde hair sprayed into stiff perfection and a glare that could cut through steel. For the last 6 months, she'd been the self-appointed HOA watchdog, except she wasn't on the board. She just believed that yelling at everyone about their lawns, recycling bins, or Amazon deliveries was her civic duty. I'd caught her before, relocating people's deliveries from their porch to a safer spot, aka tossing them behind bushes or hurling them over fences. So I walked down the street to my friend Carlos, whose door camera pointed partially across the block. He was more than happy to help. We rewound the footage to 2 p.m., and sure enough, there she was, Karen, in her pink yoga pants and leopard print slippers, storming down my front path, snatching a brown UPS box like she owned it. She looked at it, glanced around, and then hurled it like a football over my 6-foot privacy fence. The sound it made when it hit the concrete behind my house made my stomach twist. But it wasn't just the throw. She flipped off the camera. Emergency mode activated. I ran home. Sure enough, the box had landed near my AC unit. It was crushed. Inside, 3 doses of my prescription, each in glass vials, all destroyed. My heart started racing. This wasn't just petty theft. This was dangerous. I called 911. The dispatcher was calm but firm. Stay put. Officers are on their way. Cops arrive, and so does Karen. When the cruiser pulled up, Karen walked over like she was offering baked cookies to a church potluck. "Officers," she chirped. "I saw a suspicious package on his porch. I was only trying to protect the neighborhood." But I had Carlos's camera footage playing on my phone. The officer took one look and his smile vanished. "Ma'am, did you tamper with this delivery?" Karen blinked. "I merely relocated it." To his backyard over a 6-foot fence? It was in the way. I stepped forward. That package contained emergency injectable medication. You could have killed me. You could almost see the blood drain from her face. The arrest. Another officer walked toward us after inspecting the damaged box. "It's clearly marked refrigerated medication," he said, "and those vials are shattered. That's a felony tampering charge, ma'am." Karen's voice cracked. "I didn't know." The officer's voice was stern. "Not knowing doesn't make it legal. You're under arrest for tampering with federally regulated medical shipments, destruction of prescription property, and possible endangerment." As they read her Miranda rights and cuffed her, she screamed, "I was trying to help this neighborhood." The sight of Karen getting cuffed on her pristine lawn sent shockwaves through the cul-de-sac. Half the neighborhood peeked through blinds. Some openly stood outside pretending to water flowers or walk their dogs. After months of her tormenting everyone, from passive-aggressive notes to unsolicited code enforcement, she was finally being held accountable. But for me, it wasn't over. Medical fallout. The crushed medication meant I had to rush to urgent care that same evening. My immune system had already started reacting, and by the time I got to the clinic, I was breaking out in hives with a fever over 101 degrees Fahrenheit. I needed a replacement dose, and fast. The nurse practitioner raised an eyebrow when I explained what had happened. "She threw your meds over the fence?" she asked. I nodded. Because the box looked suspicious, apparently. She shook her head. "That's not just nosy, that's criminal negligence." Luckily, I got the emergency dose in time. But the replacement prescription cost me nearly $900 out of pocket, since insurance wouldn't cover it twice in the same week. Karen's defense crumbles. A week later, I received a notice to appear as a witness in Karen's court hearing. She was facing 3 charges. 1, tampering with mail, a federal offense when involving prescription meds. 2, destruction of private medical property. 3, reckless endangerment. She pled not guilty and claimed it was a misunderstanding. Her defense? "It's a tightly knit community. I thought I was helping." But the prosecution showed the video from Carlos's camera, zoomed in on her flipping off the lens after throwing the box. The courtroom laughed. The judge did not. "You didn't think to knock?" he asked. "You didn't call the police or notify the HOA? You simply hurled someone's medical package over a fence and walked off?" Karen muttered something about neighborhood standards. The judge leaned forward. "This isn't about HOA rules, this is about basic human decency and the law, and you, ma'am, are not above either." The sentence Karen was sentenced to? 60 days of community service, a mandatory anger management program, restitution for my destroyed medication, and a formal written apology to be delivered to me and the HOA board. She barely made eye contact as the judge announced it, but oh, it didn't end there. Neighborhood justice. After the hearing, the HOA president, Janice, a retired teacher with zero tolerance for drama, held a special meeting. "We can't control everything, but we can vote on who represents our community," she said to the packed clubhouse. By unanimous vote, Karen was permanently banned from volunteering or participating in any future HOA events or decisions. That stung her more than the charges. The woman who once barked orders about sidewalk chalk and Halloween decorations was now officially ostracized. My clapback. A week later, I got an idea. Not out of malice, but to make a point. I ordered a custom-made yard sign and placed it right where Karen had thrown the package. It read, "This spot, where Karen's reign ended. Always verify what's in the box before tossing it over a fence." It even had a little cartoon of a flying box with "fragile" written on the side. Neighbors loved it. Carlos even added solar-powered fairy lights around it for emphasis. Karen, she stopped making eye contact altogether. A note to viewers. If you've enjoyed this story and you love watching HOA Karens crash and burn from their own entitlement, hit that subscribe button now for more unbelievable real-life takedowns. It helps the channel grow, and you won't miss the next insane drama we uncover. Now back to it. A month later, word spread. Karen became an online meme thanks to a neighbor's viral post of her arrest. Caption: "This isn't FedEx, Karen." She tried everything, lying low, cleaning up her front yard, even attempting small talk at the mailbox. But no one engaged. Eventually, I saw a for sale sign on her lawn. She was gone by spring. Final thoughts. I didn't celebrate her leaving, but I did feel a strange sense of peace. The neighborhood became friendlier. We even started a monthly block potluck, and yes, I hosted the first one. People brought lawn chairs, plates of barbecue, even Carlos played music from his porch. Karen was a ghost of the past. And me? I finally received every medical shipment since, on time, unbroken, and untouched. Sometimes all it takes to end tyranny is one thrown package and a camera to catch it.